Thanks, Randy. Just an update on Cordell Roberson. I talked to the SFA trainers, and they said he was poked in the eye. They gave him some tests. Looks like his vision is fine, so he should be back out there. They said they don't even classify it as an injury. We will see Roberson again. All right, guys, back up to you. You mentioned Flanders. While I was over on the sidelines while he was getting treatment, they were actually looking at his left hand, testing to see if there were any broken bones in that left hand. Gave it a very extensive test, and it looks like he should be good to go. The trainers do anticipate he will return to the game, so it is very good news for Sam Houston. That's right, here with Coach Conk. Coach, I saw you go out on the field after that touchdown just a few seconds ago and give it a huge fist pump. How huge was that for your team just before the half?
Well, really big. It gives us some momentum, obviously. Feel like we left a couple of points on the field.
Well, you guys were just talking about Cordell Roberson. I talked to the trainers, and it looks like he does have a slight ankle injury. His return is questionable, which means, Shay, I think you're probably right. We will not be seeing Roberson much more in this game. Your offense really came alive in the second half, especially under the play of Brian Bell. Talk about your quarterback's play today.
Well, you just, we run the ball with him some because he also does a great job with the option, making decisions on when to give it, when to take it, keep it, when to pitch the ball. He also throws the ball so well. So there's a lot of big plays in this game, without a doubt.
Well, this one was a battle to the bitter end. I bet you're going to be celebrating tonight.
Yeah, we're going to. Anytime you get a victory over Stephen F., you got to make sure you're happy about it. And beat 'em up, Cats.
Coach, this seems closer than a two-possession game than a 14-point game. What did you tell your guys at the half?
The third member of our broadcast crew, Brooke Bentley, who had that axe working quite well earlier.
Yes, she did.
Thanks, Randy. Yeah, I'm a little sore. That was definitely a heavy axe. Well, the SFA defense is about to take the field, and two starters for that defense are actually twins, Jordan and Josh Aubrey. And they've been used to doing everything together, except for last season, Jordan had to sit out because he had a really bad knee injury. Doctors actually didn't think he would come back and play. Not only is he back, he is starting with his twin brother, and guess what? Both of them had interceptions, and they both got interceptions in the same game against UCA, doing everything together. Guys, back up to you.
All right, thanks, Brooke. We'll keep an eye on them. Brooke, while we got you, were you nervous carrying that axe? That's all Shay and I were curious about.
I actually was, because I heard Gus Johnson almost took his leg off. So I was scared that I might have the same kind of accident. But no, I had a few trial runs, and it worked out okay.
Yeah, we're watching video of you kind of warming up. That's got to be nerve-wracking. You get a lot of eyes on you, kind of making sure things are okay down there.
Yeah, but Shay told me I needed to have a wide stance, bend the knees. He gave me some good coaching as well, so thank you, Shay.
Well done, Shay. Way to offer your service.
Hey, safety first.
That's right.
Safety first.
And I'm with the Wolfpack, and they have some major duties. One is running the flags up and down the sidelines. The other one is push-ups. So that means when you guys score over 60 points, how many push-ups are you doing in that game?
It was around 314, I believe. It was awesome.
All right, so they're ready to go. You guys now have to do your push-ups. It's 30 points. You guys ready? Ready, Wolfpack? Let's see it. All right, and guess what? I'm going to join them. See if I can do this.
All right, we don't have to do those push-ups, do we, Jeremy?
That Brooke is
Pretty
athletic.
good, Brooke. Brooke was a volleyball player in college, so obviously she hasn't lost her athleticism.
She's showing off now.
Is she doing all 30?
I haven't done 300. I haven't done 314 push-ups in my life.
Wolfpack.
And it's not
That's
awesome.
How it's done, guys.
Great job, Brooke.
Brooke, are you going to do 300 and how many?
Are you kidding me? I can barely talk after 30. That is all I have in me. I can't even believe I did that. That was my workout.
If the Lobos
changed positions, although he still plays on the defensive side of the ball. And I asked one of his teammates, what's it like having a quarterback who plays on both sides? They said they don't really think of anything at all. They said he wouldn't have it any other way. He's loved coming over to the offensive side and has really enjoyed being a quarterback, but he also didn't want to be exiled from the defensive side, so he gets to play both sides of the ball. Something you do not see very often in 5A football. Guys, back up to you. It is, he said, she said. He's John Lopez. I'm Brooke Bentley. All right. I got to bring this up because you got called out on the radio on your morning show in the Loop by a caller who said he'd watched this show and that you had said Matt Schaub is elite. Now, clear the air for us here.
Well, here's the thing, and you and I have gone back and forth on this.
Because I believe he's a lot less close than you think he is.
And I say he's close to elite.
Winning the MLS Cup is something you've done before. What would it mean to win it at this point in your career?
What would help Schaub is the running game. Of course, Arian didn't have a lot of holes to run through, but Ben Tate comes in late in the game. I wanted to see Ben Tate earlier. Ben Tate ran the ball well. He had a 23-yard run. I don't get it. Why bringing Ben Tate in so late if he is healthy and clearly was productive?
Alone. You're not alone. I was dumbfounded by that. Gary Kubiak, kind of called him out, as you know, earlier, but he's healthy now.
Now, on Tuesday, Gary Kubiak said at the press conference that the biggest red flag in this bye, the thing that they're going to address the most, special teams, especially kick returns, kick coverage. Right. What do you anticipate him changing or the coaches changing? You mentioned the coaching change. Kevin McHale returns to the team and pretty quickly, actually. But how has that affected the team? Because there's adjustments he has to make and the team has to make because they've grown a lot in that time period when he was gone.
Well, they really didn't have a chance to institute a whole lot in training camp. Because
as always, Clear Springs is battling for a district title while first-year Clear Falls is just fighting for survival after losing many of its key players with a series of devastating injuries. Texans were busy giving back to those who have served our country in their Salute to Service Week. On Tuesday, players and team representatives gathered for a groundbreaking event as they helped give the widow of a Marine sergeant a new home. Alongside Texans players and mascot Toro, Sarah Wood and her son Landon couldn't contain their excitement as they arrived at their new home. For Sarah, smiles had been hard to come by since losing her husband, but Operation Finally Home and the Texans helped bring light to her life on a perfect day in Alvin.
As a mom, knowing that he's always going to have a place that's his is... Sorry. It's amazing, and it's wonderful, and he's got his room upstairs. He's so excited.
For almost a year, Operation Finally Home had been building this house for Sarah, whose husband Scott was a Marine staff sergeant who died from wounds he suffered while serving in Iraq.
Unfortunately, life will never be the same again for Landon or Sarah, but we hopefully can make their life a little easier to go through this transition and they can go on with life.
Without knowing the Woods were devoted Texans fans, Operation Finally Home reached out to the team to get their support on the project. The Texans quickly agreed to help with the cost and sent players to deliver a housewarming present.
It's a priceless deal. It's one that, I am and Whitney and the rest of the Texans are blessed to be a part of. Mr. McNair just has the kindness of his heart. Every single year he does things like this, and you just see the reactions on their faces, and it makes it all worth it.
It's a blessed opportunity to be able to do something for people, and if everybody could do that and do something like this for somebody, it'd be a better nation, no doubt.
But less play the game that we do and play football for a living, and there's a lot of different families that are going through a lot of hard times, and to be able to give back to them is the biggest thing, at least for me personally.
For Scott, cheering for the Texans helped him cope with tours away from his family. While serving overseas, Scott often wore a Texans shirt underneath his fatigues on game days, and he was buried in an Andre Johnson jersey underneath his Marine uniform. The Texans helping to dedicate her new home, Sarah couldn't help but think about Scott looking down in admiration.
First you'd be thinking, dadgummit, I want to be down there meeting those football players. But he said before he left on every deployment, he always said he'd always take care of us. And I know he is.
In a house teeming with love and devotion, Sarah and Landon will look to heal and cheer, especially on Sundays.
I'll do some shopping.
Zooming through the aisles of Toys R Us like they were driving through the lanes at Toyota Center, the Rockets got into the holiday spirit as they led 60 children from the Boys and Girls Club on a shopping spree.
Cake pop maker. You want this? Cool baker cake, $24.99. You can get that too. It's nice too. You gonna make me one? Bite.
Okay, I'll make it.
Yeah, I'm having a good time. It's always good to, interact with the kids, see smiles on their faces, and also see me smiling. I'm always doing that, but I'm having a good time out here, spending a little time with the kids.
Oh, it means a lot to us. It's a time where we can come and spend kids that aren't as fortunate as we were growing up or are now, and you know, we're able to give back and just spend those time with them.
Bike scooters, games, Nerf guns.
We know how blessed we are and how fortunate we are to be in this situation, just to give back to the kids that really don't have, you know, a lot to give, a lot to get and receive for Christmas. It means a lot to us. You know, it makes us feel good. So we're excited to see the kids smile and have fun and enjoy it.
The players not only handed out $100 gift cards to each child on behalf of the Rockets organization, they helped children pick out toys and, more importantly, brought smiles to their faces.
We're big kids at heart as well. You know, we like to have nice things and enjoy Christmas as well. So just to see these kids smiling and have fun and picking out toys, it makes us happy.
To see their faces, see how excited they are. You know, not even just the buy stuff. This is just for them to see us. You know what I mean? It's definitely heartwarming. You know what I mean? They're fun to be around, and I mean, you just want to help them out.
Oh, it's always important, you know, especially for, you know, young kids at this age, you know, that really look up to us. And for us to be able to interact with them, you know, shop with them a little bit, you know, and see a few smiles on their faces and ours as well is always a good thing.
Play any sports? Oh!
While the players had plenty of fun checking out and even trying out the toys, when it came to their holiday wish list, well, what they are asking for hits close to home.
To be honest, just to be with my family, you know, just to be with my family and just enjoy the holidays and smile and have fun.
I want to see my grandma. That's it. I just want to see my grandma. And I'll be fine after that.
Us to continue to get better as a team, you know, the most important thing, and continue to, you know, support the community the way we have been doing. So, you know, I just feel like them are the two biggest things for us.
You know, Todd, these players had so much fun out there with the kids.
That's great.
And I had fun watching the players because they're so tall, they're so big, and they pick up these dolls or toys and they look like miniatures in their hands.